Are you ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, 100% RC, Professor Damian Flowers, and Tyler Wright.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Voice of the Fan Sportscast. I'm your host, Ben Swift Reynolds. We have 100% RC with us tonight, just the two of us. Can you hear me? I'm good. You can't hear me, or I can't hear you. Oh man, all right. Let me see what's going on here, guys. Sorry for the technical difficulty. Let me see. Technology. Yeah, RC, I can't hear you. I can't they said my headset's on, but I can't hear you. Hold on, let me see. Let me try disconnecting my headset. What's that? You can't hear me. You can't hear the mic. Hold up. So what about now? All right, say something now. I can't hear you. What a way to start the show. Hey, the audio was working fine until everything else.
Okay, there you go. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. There we go. What was that all about? I can't hear you now. I can't hear you right now. I think is your mic dying?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. I can hear you now. We got fixed. What's up, guys? Over on TikTok, y'all like and subscribe. People over YouTube, thank y'all for joining us. I think we finally got our situation under hand. What's going on, man?
Man, the audio, always the audio, man, always the audio. We do these things over phones and computers and laptops, and so it's always good to do a test. So that was our test for tonight. We're good to go.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Do you see how Shannon Sharp get his show started? That's somebody come in and set up everything. I bet he making a couple bands doing that.
Mm-hmm. He paying a couple bands too. Shannon's paying a couple bands for that to get done.
Yeah, I need that. All right, we're gonna dive into some WNBA first. Let's get into it. All right, man. WNBA drama saga, where you want to call it. Miss Collier, she said she done talking. RC, she said she She don't want to hear it. She's done. She said that she publicly stated she's done talking to the WNBA leadership, specifically Commissioner Kathy Engelbert. She said that she didn't like the tone deaf and dismissive, her dismissiveness, prioritizing her power and control over the players. So she said that she didn't like her statement. She came out and said, I don't know if you heard it or not. She was talking about that everybody made mistakes and she have kids, blah blah blah. You know, we gotta do better as people, and all that type of jazz.
Mm-hmm.
What's your thoughts on the WNBA right now, man?
I think it's a circus, man. You know, I understand they want to get paid. I understand that there's a standard, and they think they deserve what they deserve. But the league is so young, and I don't like the way the lady is speaking to them and treat them like they're nobodies, because they are somebody and they are making that league relevant. But still, the league is so young, and I think it's a healthy, a long ways to go, as far as what they will be making. I think the back and forth is just a bad look. I don't think the league, if it continues on the way it is, they might not have a league, because the players might go on strike and decide to play in a different league or start their own league. That might be the best bet. Maybe start their own league, turn that rivals into an actual league and play in it.
Yeah, cause rivals, man, they bringing in millions. And what they doing, it's just kind of weird that she would come out and say she made Kayla and the Angel what they are. Like they better be grateful for them, because without them they wouldn't have all that extra money. But she don't realize, like, Kayla was already making money before she even got to WNBA. So I
Yep.
don't understand her gripe against Caitlyn, talking about she need to be more gotta be more thankful for her opportunity. I think, man, I don't know if they can handle a lockout. I don't know if the WNBA can handle it. Especially they seen the rise of viewership and everything, and more people tune in. And I don't know if a couple months off would that derail the the arrow going up. Would that knock it off because they taking breaks from the game?
Man, it'll be like Crump. I mean, I ain't trying to be mean, but I'm just gonna be honest. I mean, I don't really watch it as much as I did when Kaylin and Angel first got there last year. But it'll be like crumble cookies going on strike. I mean, who gives a damn? I mean, people not really gonna miss it. I mean, there are people who watch it, but it's not like the NFL or the NBA or Major League Baseball or even hockey going on strike. No one's gonna miss it. Only their diehard fans are gonna miss it. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of a knee jerk reaction, a kind of like this is a league that ain't been around that long, hadn't been really profitable, hadn't really had a lot of stars that everybody know. But will I miss it? Would it bother me? Like when the NBA used to go on strike, it bothered me because I was a huge fan. With this, not so much. Not so much.
Yeah, that's why I'm curious about, with the new viewership, new fans coming in, how many people actually miss it. Then like, hey, why should we pay these women all this money if nobody really caring and nobody keeping up with it? There's only a small percentage of people that actually watch the WNBA. Like NASCAR bring in way more money and viewership. Shoot, they even got Jordan and Al Kamara in NASCAR. So it's not like something like that where you have a large population that watch NASCAR that benefit from it. It's just like WNBA have fans here and there, but they don't really keep up as much
Right.
per se watching it, because like I said, and they play at odd times. For me, other sports be going on, so I had to choose between WNBA or wherever it's on, like the finals. Right, the finals is on tonight.
Right. Ain't nothing.
And a lot of people,
I'm not trying to watch.
and people watching Major League Baseball. I'm seeing more Major League Baseball highlights than WNBA. I had to go over to my sports app and see the scores and see the stats and highlights. So can they afford this lockout? No. So I think the players, they're gonna have to give and take here. I think they have poor, but then again, with everything going on with the money, you don't do so much.
I think, like I said, it's a knee-jerk reaction. Everybody's demanding and wanting something instead of working towards the same goal of building the league, getting the league to a more profitable space or area. I mean, I just think, to me personally, it's just um, both sides are at fault here. So let's see where it goes. But if they don't play another game of basketball, I won't be bothered because here comes the best time of the year. We got the NBA coming, you got the NFL
Yep.
going, Major League Baseball playoffs. Like, y'all do what y'all gonna do. Fight it out.
Yeah. Y'all figure out. What you say? Don't got nothing to do with me, huh?
I mean, hands off.
They don't got nothing to do with me. So, hey, I hope they figure it out. But like I said, rival could see a big jump if they do have a lockout.
Right.
All right, man. Arch Manning. I have a video to show you, and you tell me what you think. It's from Nightcap. Johnny Manziel.
But where he went to school, when you go watch Arch Manning highlight tape and you see the dudes that are chasing after him, my grandma in a wheelchair moved faster than some of them boys that were chasing after him.
Right.
He ain't play 6A. Me and my boys were talking about this the other day. If you put him in 6A, Dallas or Houston football,
Right.
you're gonna see some dogs.
Yeah.
You're gonna see some people who can play. He didn't play that competition. So this is his first level of playing guys who are real dogs.
Right.
You play in the SEC and you get an offer and you're a starter, you can play. You got the size, you got the speed. You don't see a lot of bums out there. So it's gonna take some time for him to get used to that.
Yeah.
And it's not his fault. That's just where he went to high school. I didn't go to a high school that was 5A, 6A in Texas, but my coaches were so gangster that they wanted to go play those guys in our non-conference.
So that's Johnny Manziel. What he think on Arch Manning, his assessment on Arch Manning, why he's playing poor. What do you think the reason why Arch is going out there and not performing?
Well, there's a lot of pressure on Arch. I think people are being a tad bit hard on him because of his last name. If his last name wasn't Manning, people wouldn't care as much. I mean, I think a lot of expectations and also where he's playing at. I'm not really high on Sark. I think Texas have had teams that should have won national championships, and he's underachieved. But maybe it's preparation. Maybe it's he's saying he hadn't played against that level of talent. But I think he'll be fine. I think it's just a lot of expectations, a lot of hype, and so it's hard to live up to it. And the fact that Texas moved to the SEC has made that even more harder for him. So quarterback is about repetition. So the more he plays, the better he should get. He's not going to be Eli. He's not going to be Peyton. He's got to be Arch. He's not going to be his grandfather either. He's just got to be himself. I think he'll be fine. I think people are too hard on the kid, man. He's just a kid, and he's finding his way. So I'm not worried about Arch Manning.
Yeah, I think it's the name that's more bearing than anything. People was high on him when he came in a couple of games last year. Like, oh, yeah, that's the guy. He's a stud. And now they kind of like scratching their head because he's playing kind of poor. He's not reading defense very well. He's holding on to the football longer than usual. I think they just need to ease this kid along. I think Archie was around the head when he said that Arch was playing for 4 years because he know what it takes. He knew what Arch needed, and Arch needed repetition, and that comes with playing against elite competition. He haven't seen a lot of it, and when you do see it, it takes time to adjust. There were times where I have played against better competition. It took me time to learn the new skill sets and learn how fast-paced the game is. And I think that he's seeing that with better competition, how fast these guys are moving these different schemes that they're throwing at them. So
I think, just let me cut in just for a second too. I think that in his defense, he ain't playing with Jeremiah Smith. He ain't playing with Dallas Wilson. He ain't playing with Lenore Sellers, not Lenore Sellers, Nick Harbour. He ain't playing with just the number one guy over there that can take the pressure off of me. The receivers he should have been playing with are in the NFL. Isaiah Bond, all of them guys are gone. So maybe that'll help your progression as well, having a string of a plethora of receivers that can help you, bail you out of some things until you figure out, what you're doing and where you're going, and so that helps a player's progression and growth as well. Skill players around them, and they're not as good as they were the year before.
All right, Art just got to take it on chin. They're gonna be one day they're gonna hate you. Then the days you play good, they'll be praising your name. They're just sports, man. He's just gonna have to figure it out and go from there. Take it a day at a time. There's no rush to go to the NFL. Plus, you don't want to get drafted to a bad position. I think a lot of these coaches got to do a better job. You know, I'm thinking about what you're saying. I'm kind of leaning more to what you talking about with quarterbacks. Why can't the coach put them in the right scheme, put them in the right situation, call the plays that benefits them instead of them make them turn to something that they're not? It's just not going to work out. I think coaches, they're getting kind of lazy these days, trying to find the guy that fits them instead of them bringing in somebody that can change the scheme around and make their team viable, liable.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
So, all right. We'll see, man. Texas did lose me money. I had on mine too.
Yep. I mean,
I had mine too versus Florida. I thought like surely they could beat Florida.
But you see the focal point is he's almost like the savior for them. He's supposed to come in and play defense. He's supposed to come in and catch passes. He's supposed to come in and just do everything. But nobody's talking about the poor running back play, the offensive wide receiver play, the offensive line play. Like I seen him make a throw in the second half of that game to get it to a one possession game where he got out of a tackle, scrambled up the middle of the field, and layered it. And so he got talent, he got ability. I just think he's playing around with a group of guys that are just as young as he is, and they're just, he got to find his way.
Yep, I totally agree. All right, we're gonna move on to some NFL, but first, if y'all new here, go ahead and like and subscribe, share with family and friends. A lot of people sometimes forget to hit the like button, share button, but we appreciate the support. All right, RC, man, it was a struggle this week doing NFL game picks.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I won 7-7. I did pretty good.
I could pull up everybody what everybody did last week. The spreadsheet helped me out so much because now I tally right there instead of going back and forth flipping pages.
Right.
But I went 5-9. You went 7-7. Linda went 6-8. RC, you went 7-7. Flowers went 4-10. Right, 8. And Randy went 9-5.
Randy cooking. So,
Randy's cooking, man. Let me see. Can I pull up the game picks for everybody? Hit some music. NFL game picks right there.
Yeah, buddy.
That's what we looking like. Randy in first place. We got RC, Linda, then Flowers, then me. I know Flowers hurting with that 4-10. That's just something for the NFL. You know, then all of a sudden these teams lose games that could win, and you just looking like, what happened?
Right.
What happened?
Randy cooking.
Hey, man, it's just a flip like the Cardinals and the Dolphins. Cardinals had a game in bag. Flip. Seahawks took a last drive. They lost. It just man.
Titans should have. Titans, like you said, Titans should have lost. I picked the Saints. I knew I got that one right.
Yep.
The Rams should have won. They had everything in their favor and they lost. So
Kyron Williams fumble. Mm-hmm. It's almost like the Saints game, as you brought up. The Giants had a game, man. They had 5 turnovers. I want to say 2 of them landed scores.
Yep.
I mean, you can't beat yourselves out there.
Not at all.
So the first game we're gonna dive into is Jags versus Chiefs. What a game, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
What a game. The Jags came back to beat the Chiefs 31-28. The Jags for real? They say we here.
Yeah, that's what they lie. They're better. They're better than they were before last year. I know last year we picked on when they hired Liam Cohen, and he
Cohen.
was like,
Mm-hmm.
Duval. Well, he's doing a really good job. He's having the last laugh at the moment. I think they got a tough road to hoe. They played a banged up us and got out of it by the skin of their teeth. They playing a Kansas City team that's all those games were were really close games. I just think that they're a lot. They're what the Carolina Panthers should be. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy about it. I'm happy about what the progress they've made.
Man, Trevor Lawrence, he tried to mess up sometimes, but it just tend to work out for him. I feel like we should get credit to Cohen. A lot of people hard on. They thought that he wouldn't make a difference. Cause he was fresh, right? He haven't been coaching for a long period of time. But what I saw from the Buccaneers is that he likes to run the ball. And what have we seen from the Jazz? The reemergence of Travis Etienne, right?
Right.
So Cohen, he's been putting together masterful game plans, scheming up his players. Even though Brian Thomas have a little bit of setback, but other players are stepping up and making plays. Well, we saw Travis Hunter with a big catch late in the quarter. So these guys, man, they buying in. They understand what they need to do. The defense is super underrated. I mean, these guys are creating turnovers. You saw with the 49ers. They came in and made Brock Purdy throw some passes that he shouldn't have thrown. So the team is playing on a higher level when a defense are creating turnovers game after game. They give the offense a short field. So high praise to Jaguars. I ain't getting praise to Trevor yet, but praise to the whole team of Jaguars. They doing their thing, man. What you feel like the Chiefs are they just need their guys back? Injuries is holding them back. Oh, we lost RC. I feel like the Chiefs, man, they trying to get back on their feet. I know they dealt with injuries in the wide receiver core, but it just seemed like the team is lacking some of the defense, is not playing how they used to play. And you seeing it on that touchdown drive where Trevor Lawrence fell down. We saw him get back up, and you saw Chris Jones just standing in the end zone watching the whole thing. It feel like the Chiefs are not in sync with each other and showing. Patrick Mahomes is doing everything he can to get these guys going, but when you're not stopping other teams and you're going 3 and out, you know there's only so much you can do. And I'm not gonna say the Chiefs are I want to say the Chiefs are dead. Right there, the Chiefs are they yet, but man, they got one foot in the grave and one foot out. What you think about that?
Talking about the Jaguars?
Yeah, the Chiefs.
Man, I think watching that game, the Chiefs should have won that game. From game to game, it looked different. I thought they was making a turn and finna get back on the road, but they should have won that game. Patrick Mahomes had a turnover, and that's uncharacteristic of him. So they're a lot older in positions where they in position they used to be strong in. They're trying to rebuild on the fly, but that ain't working either. So maybe we seeing what was left of a championship team. Like maybe that's all catching up with them now, because they for sure look like a shell of themselves. I mean, I almost, that's another game I messed up. I just knew they were gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
They had it. That pass interference, and then you see the play with Trevor Lawrence when he falls down. I'm thinking Chris Jones might sack him, and we done with it. No, he gets up and runs in the end zone. That's they're supposed to win.
I never seen nothing like that. Chris Jones is standing in the end zone, like I mentioned earlier, and he just watching the whole thing go down. Like Trevor had no time. He tripped 2 times. He fell down, tried to get back up. He fell down, got up, ran the ball in. That's unheard of.
Yep.
I never seen nothing like that.
Yeah.
So that's why I think that the Chiefs have 1 foot in the grave and 1 foot out because the team is too old. They seem unmotivated. Kelsey continue to throw fits when he's aging himself out. So they need to get younger in the off season. That's what they need to prioritize is getting younger and getting another bit by receiver. I know Rice is out, but getting another bit by the guy would help them out a lot tremendously.
Yep, I agree.
And getting a running back. What happened to Pacheco? When Kareem Hunt is stealing carries from you, man, how old is Kareem Hunt? He gotta be close to 30 something.
I think for me, I say this all the time. You know, with teams like Kansas City, Philadelphia, the Niners, all the teams that's been playing in, deep into the playoffs. The way Philadelphia did it, and the way we just did it now, with the youth movement mixed in with the older guys. Kansas City is just to do it. They haven't just said, okay, we're going to go very young on the offensive line, very young in the secondary. They kind of just keep bringing in guys that nobody wants. They're bringing in Hollywood Brown, they're bringing in Juju. You need to draft a legit young guy and develop him. Rasheed Rice should have been that, but he got issues and problems. But should have drafted a running back. You should have got Isaiah Bond instead of letting him go to Cleveland. But yeah.
Yeah, I heard that a lot of teams are calling about running back. I think the Saints need to send Kamara to the Chiefs.
Yeah,
I think they'll help them out a lot.
I think they don't need to do that. I don't want that to happen.
I don't want that to happen, but Kamara, man, he need to go find somebody that utilize him, and the Saints ain't doing that.
Yeah.
All right, let's go over to the Eagles and Broncos game. The Eagles lose to the Broncos 21-17. Broncos rally back. I thought they were dead in the water, but they continued to fight and they won the game. Who needed this win? Who needed this win more, the Eagles or Broncos?
The Eagles. Even though the Eagles was undefeated, I think the more you win, regardless of all the stuff that's circulating around what's going on with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, if you keep winning, winning kind of takes away. It keeps the noise at a level. And so now they're starting to lose. They lost their first game. Now, the noise seems to be a little bit louder. So I think with winning, it keeps the noise at a level. And, but I just think the issue with A.J. Brown is an issue. It's definitely an issue. Because if you think about it, man, you're undefeated and you're worried about catches. I understand he wants to get his numbers and you want to be involved, but you're winning. You're undefeated. And so now that if they get on a losing streak, it could derail their season. We see them do that a few years back when they was having issues with communication on defense and stuff like that.
I don't think a win would here matter anyway because it's too much noise. We even saw Devontae Smith. They say he was frustrated with his catches.
Yep.
So it seemed like they got an in-house problem. Every time you have an in-house problem, it never bodes well. I think they probably need to trade AJ, to be honest. They need to get him out of there and try to get another receiver. Maybe they can package AJ and get another big body receiver or somebody like that. I feel like he's doing too much and it's affecting the offense. Because Jalen Hurts, he came out here and threw 38. He attempted 38 passes.
Right.
38 passes. And guess how many? I know Saquon got hurt, but guess how many times they rushed the ball in that game? 11 times.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's unheard of.
You don't have a backup running back?
They split carries with AJ Dillon and Shipley. And Hurts had 2 carries. Dillon had 2 carries. Hurts had 2. Shipley had 1. Barkley had 6. Like, what are you trying to prove here by making Hurts throw it 38 times? And I think you play into the hands of the naysayers. They said Jalen Hurts cannot throw the football. And lo and behold, he threw 38 times and they lost.
Right.
So now you're getting the naysayers and the haters more fuel to pull on this Eagle team and saying, hey, he's not the guy. He's overrated, and y'all give him too much credit.
Right.
Now we have something to talk about. Now they're even more grumbling from maybe the receivers.
I mean, I think you should trade him. To be honest with you, so you win a Super Bowl. Them guys have won Super Bowls. They won a lot of games together. They've made money. I think they want to go do their own thing now. I think they want to be a part of the rebuild. They want to be valued and appreciated. So, that's the side of winning that a lot of people don't talk about. When you're trying to win and create a dynasty, everybody's locked in. Everybody's on thinking about dynasty. I don't think these guys think about dynasty. I think these guys are individual contractors. They're thinking about self. And I understand why AJ feels that way, because that's how he gonna make his money. That's how he gonna get that second contract or the third contract. I think it may be his second contract. But I think you should trade him to New England. Trade him to New England, because for one, he's a fan of New England Patriots. He always talk about playing for New England Patriots. They can use a receiver, either New England, Buffalo, or possibly
New Orleans. Man, we need a receiver bad.
Somebody that'll utilize him. He should have just stayed behind in Tennessee. I mean, because that.
That would have been great.
Yeah, Cam Walker could definitely use him, but trade him, man. Trade him, get something for him. Devontae Smith is good enough, and maybe get a receiver in return, or maybe draft one. In a few years, or because Jeremiah Smith and Dallas Wilson will be coming into the NFL at some point. Ryan Williams will be coming to the NFL at some point. So, draft and get some future picks or something like that.
You know what? I was thinking the same thing when you said when AJ Brown was complaining about his targets. He won his Super Bowl. Now it's about the money. Now it's about his production. And I don't fault for him. I don't fault that for him, because I don't know. I can, as a receiver, I kind of be the same way. I won. I made it to the top of the mountain. Now it's about legacy and it's about my numbers. So I need some catches in my bag, and so I can be happy. And that's how it is, man, with the receivers. Diggs was the same way. Even though he was a volume receiver, he got a ton of passes thrown his way. He still wasn't happy at some point. So trade AJ Brown. It's not going to end well. You're going to continue to hear grumbling. You're going to see scripted messages on Twitter or IG, whatever you post on.
I don't like it. I think that's the most childish, petty, immature thing that's in sports. I think social media and sports together is a bad mix, because, that would be one of my things if I was a head coach or owner, that, you're not allowed to tweet out anything we got going on in-house. Why would you want to do it anyway? But all those scripted messages and wiping your social media clean of the organization because things aren't going away, that's not like a child, man. I mean, things ain't going your way, so you want to throw a tantrum and let people into what you got going on. And so I hate that for coaches or organizations.
Me too, man.
It's childish.
Keep it in house. If you're disgruntled, man, they'll trade you. They can find a way to get you out of there. All right. The Bucks and Seahawks was a good game. I was on it. I couldn't figure out who would win that game. First, I went with the Bucks. Then I changed my mind, went with the Seahawks. I should have stuck with my first thought. The Buccaneers beat the Seahawks 38-35. How do you feel about this Buccaneers team?
I think the Buccaneers have transitioned from being a real tough defensive team in years past with Todd Bowles to an offensive juggernaut at times. I mean, when they're healthy, Godwin, Ibuka, Mike Evans,
Sterling Shepard, even Sterling Shepard making plays.
Bucky Irvin, they could be a real problem come playoff time if they can get healthy. They're dealing with injury just like everybody else. I like Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield reminds me of Brett Favre. He's a tough guy. He's a very confident guy. He plays with a lot of passion. Another one of those Cleveland clowns mess up at quarterbacks. Cleveland, you let him walk out of there, and now look what he's doing with Tampa Bay. So I like Baker, and we got to play him this weekend, and it's going to be a tough matchup. It's going to be a tough out. I like Baker. I like Tampa Bay.
I don't know how I like Baker, but I can't figure out this Bucs team because like I said, back in the day, the defense was their strength, and now it's the offense. And you can tell now how this team plays, that they want to score points, but in order to beat these good teams, you gotta be able to stop them sometimes.
Yep.
And Seahawks, they had the game in bag, and they kind of let it get out of hand. So I'm kind of weary of this Bucs team. I can't figure them out per se. I know they're gonna come and put up points, but when it get down to play, can they get the stops? Can they get the turnovers? We thought their corners in the back end would be the highlight of this team, and it seemed like they've been struggling lately. So maybe, and as the more they play, they can gel a little bit better. But I'm eager to see how this folds for both of those teams. Got Seahawks same way. They put up points. Is Sam Darnold going to revert back to the old Sam Darnold? We saw him shred his Buccaneers defense this past game. We saw them move the ball up down the field, and it just can the Seahawks continue to play at this high level. They lose games that I think they should have win. I feel like they should have beat y'all week 1, but they squandered it. So with these two teams, can they able to put the final name in the coffin when the times come? I don't know. They can.
I think for them, they're young, but they're coming. They're emerging. They got a great defense. Defense had a bad weekend. I mean, defense is going to have bad weekends. I mean, the way the NFL's set up now, I mean, with the new kickoff rule, it's catering to the offense. You're getting good field position. You should at least get 3 points out of every drive almost, but not every drive, but every other drive, you should be getting points. And so if you could you're not going to completely shut teams down. The really good defense are able to do that, which there aren't many great defenses in this league. I think the Colts have a really good defense. Seattle has a good defense. They had a bad weekend. But just off the top of my head, no one's just clamping people. Like Houston defense looked pretty good at times as well, too. But I just look at the Buccaneers team, and I just feel like that's going to be the problem. That's going to be the problem for the Buccaneers team and the Seahawks. Is getting timely stops, and then having a guy on each side of the ball that's a game changer. And I think Ohio State, they're always talking about LSU having the best wide receivers in the game and being wide receiver U. I think it's Ohio State, past and present. Jackson and Jigba, Ibuka, you got Marvin Harrison Jr. They got a bunch of guys, and they got some coming into the league. So, both of them teams are mirror images of each other if you really think about it. And they'll probably see each other again in the playoffs.
Yeah, they will. It's gonna be another close game for sure. Like I said, the Seahawks, the offense has surprised me a lot, but I know the real Sam Darnold, just like I know the real Geno. I try to tell y'all that Geno is Geno, and he's getting older. Geno trying to play himself at the lead.
Father time, bro. Father time is undefeated. That's all it is. I mean, for us, for everybody, it can't be great forever. Father time.
So the Commanders beat the Chargers 27-10. Were you shocked about how this game turned out?
Well, the running back gets hurt. Now they're down to Haskins and maybe a guy off the street now, and then they lost the tackle, and injuries are a big issue in the National Football League, and that's why what we're doing, what Shanahan's doing in San Francisco is amazing because you're winning with guys you shouldn't be winning with, and so other teams you see in Baltimore, you see in just everybody just banged up, key players, key position, and when the Chargers was healthy, I felt like they were going to compete for a Super Bowl championship. But now with all these injuries, it's not looking too good. So I wasn't shocked. Once I seen Hampton go down, I knew now that they favored the Commanders. But Jaden is different, so he's doing a good job.
I thought that the Chargers had an upper hand on the Commanders because of the offense. And they can get pressure, and the defense can create turnovers. But I didn't take in consideration the injuries on the Chargers' O-line. Right. And then when you said Omari and Hampton went down, that made even bigger of a hole. So the Chargers, they gave up 5 sacks yesterday, and they had a lot of pressure on Herbert. I think you can put a fork in him, Marcy. I think with a bad O-line and you're running back out 4 weeks in that division.
You lost both running backs. You lost both when you started the season. You're at the biggest running back room in the National Football League, and in a matter of a few weeks, it's gone. Man, it's crazy, man. Like the NFL has a major issue when it comes to injuries. Major issue.
Do away with them fields, man. They can lose. They can handle putting money in the fields with grass. I don't understand it. You can watch high school football. You see kids tearing the ACL Like my son broke his ankle on a normal run. I don't know how he broke his. He caught football, ran in for a touchdown. Next thing you know, he come up limping. Like, what's wrong with you? Come to find out he got a broken foot. Like, how? Like,
Well, I'm gonna tell you something else too. The way they prepare for the game today, I heard John Gruden talking about this. He said, you know, they don't really allow them to hit during the week. They spend more time training with other people versus with the team. It's just you have a lot of people teaching techniques that aren't natural to the game. You know, you see some of the moves like I talking to Flowers about this. There's a guy that named the route guy, I guess his name, and he has all these.
yeah.
It looks like he's teaching them how to crossover dribble or hesitation. You know, a basketball move on turf is probably not a good idea. Turf is very. There should be no turf with the amount of money that the National Football League makes. So it's a lot of things, a lot of variables. And now I think football is year round with 7-on-7 and all that different type of stuff. And like I said, training probably take a month off and then they get back to training. It's just too much on the body.
Yeah, because Michael Irvin said, man, stop all that dancing and get off the line.
That's it.
Because they worrying about what they doing, man, give your break and get out of there.
Yeah, put too much stuff on the body.
Too much stuff on the body. Like I said, with all this new technology and medicine, they shouldn't be tearing ACLs left and right. And like the Tyreek Hill knee injury, he would have had a little bit of give on grass.
Yeah,
he would have had a little bit.
That was a routine play. I mean, I've seen him fall like that. His leg just.
His leg didn't move at all. Once he got into that turf, stuck up, man. He got bent. So with Omar and Hampton being out for the Chargers, like I said, they bringing in Vidal. I want to say Vidal's like the third string. It might be on the practice squad. Then you have they talking about bringing back Gus Bus for the Chargers, but it's done. When Herbert don't have time, no O-line, your guards are terrible. You missing your right tackle and left tackle.
Yeah, tough.
Nah, that's
National Football League is in a bind because listen, you ain't even at the halfway point. If you go across the league, the Cowboys, the Niners, the Ravens, the top teams that's been good in years past, you know, you even got a guy over there in Green Bay playing. He only way that Michael Parsons can play, he has to get an epidural. So you got a lot going on, man. Your entire league, it's a race to the fence line. Whoever can be healthy.
Look at the Bengals. Training for Joe Flacco because they are playing terribly and they missing people on the O-line and defense. So it was like year after year.
But in this is where I totally disagree when it comes to the Bengals. They ain't never addressed their offensive line ever. So whether they're healthy or not healthy, they don't address their offensive line. I actually made a comment earlier in the group chat that there shouldn't even be a football team in Ohio outside Ohio State because the two teams that they have in Ohio don't have a freaking clue about anything that's football related, man. You traded in division. Why would you help the Bengals? Why?
Right.
Like, dude, you want to keep them down on their butt. You don't want to help them get up off their behind you. They'd have called my phone up and be like, I'm not helping you. You're in my division. And
like, I always had a number blocked. So don't even call me. But you have a valid point. I ain't thinking about the in-division trade, especially how that division going now. Well, the Ravens at the bottom at 1-4, then the Browns, they have a chance.
You got a chance
to slip in.
Yeah.
I mean, the Steelers ain't a shoe in. The Steelers are, to me, are up and down. They just they find the right opponents and they win the game. So the Browns, they not out of it. That blows my mind. All right, we're gonna talk about the last game, major game of the day: Bills versus Patriots. Stephon Diggs said he was made for this moment, and he proved himself. He said, "I got rid of the wrong guy." Was this a good loss? Do you believe in a good loss?
Well, Buffalo every year. It's the same thing. I mean, they're going to lose a game. Nobody's going undefeated, and they're going to have games where they don't play well. Like their defense isn't just elite. I think Diggs had a great game, but I think Diggs need to pipe that down. I mean, it's just one game. They didn't get rid of you. You asked to leave. So, I mean, it was a good game, great performance. He played well, but it's just one game. You got to play him again. I mean, They didn't hand out a trophy that night. I think he just, but he took advantage of a Buffalo defense that don't really do well with anybody receivers if you watch them play. I mean, because you got to think about week 1 when they played Baltimore. Baltimore going up and down the field in that defense. So, yeah, that's the thing, man. That's a thing, a reoccurring thing we saying on this live tonight is poor defense play. Uh, Buffalo don't have a great defense either, but they're probably picked to get to the Super Bowl. If you can stop them, you can beat them.
That's why I was complaining that Buffalo didn't do nothing last year when Marshawn Lattimore was out there on the trade block, when the other corners was free agents. They really didn't make any moves to help out the secondary and shows. Like you see Baltimore make a move today, or was it yesterday, for CJ Gardner-Johnson. They say we got a huge problem.
Yeah.
And we gotta do something about this now. The Bills, they're like, we can put up points as long as we got Josh Allen. Again, they putting all on quarterback. We should be good to go. Mm-hmm. It don't really work like this, especially when you make that deep playoff run. You run to that team that can put up points too, that have a middle row defense. It make a difference in this world.
Yeah.
So I chalk it up to the Bills for being the division loss. I was like, okay, they know them. I'll chalk it up for that, but it just showed me that the Bills defense, they got to do something. They can't. When Baltimore, they should have known something then. When Baltimore were gassing them and putting all them points on them, they should have known something then. They should have started making some moves, making some calls.
Well,
but it seemed like they all right.
McDermott is a defensive coach, so I don't know how it's like watching Dennis Allen last year. I mean, you're a defensive guy. You should be able to stop everybody. You should have something.
Right.
That's your wheelhouse. So, hey, I can't figure it out.
I can't figure it out. Like I said, Bills was my Super Bowl pick, but if the defense not gonna come and play, man, that's gonna be a major issue. Yep. Especially they come against them Chiefs, man. The Chiefs always catch you when you least expect it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they can. What you say?
That's who Buffalo has this week. They have the Chiefs.
They don't. I haven't looked that far yet.
They play Atlanta.
Yeah, they play Atlanta. Don't they play? No, they play Monday night or Sunday night.
They play in Atlanta.
All right, man. We saw the Ravens lose without Lamar Jackson. It was a beatdown, man. They took him out and just whooped him. We saw Jair Alexander take issue with one of the receivers guy who was doing a Ray Lewis dance. I'm like, oh, now you want to fight. Yeah. It's like you should have been fighting in the first game of the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Texans beat the Ravens 44-10. It's the time to hit the panic button on the Ravens, man. Is it time?
Unless Terrell Suggs, Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, Rod Wilson, Shannon Sharp, Peter Bower, Goose, if they not walking through that door, man, they in trouble. Because they don't have true leadership. I'm talking about vocal leadership that's loud in the locker room, loud on the field. They don't have that guy that's going in front of the media and saying, we're going to turn this around. We're going to change this. They all have the same demeanor. Hamilton is quiet. Lamar's quiet. Hell, Derrick Henry, to be big as he is, he's not loud enough. So that's the issue. And then they lost the defensive coordinator. Their defensive coordinator is in Seattle, and so it's hard to replace that. They lost a couple of defensive coordinators the last couple of years, so that's their issue. They don't have that vaunted defense that they always had in the past. I think yes, they definitely push the panic button. Lamar need to get back quicker. Somebody made a joke that Cooper Rush was like Mac Jones. I beg to differ. Mac Jones was drafted high for a reason. Cooper Rush was not. So. Got to get it turned around quick, though. But maybe not because the two Ohio teams don't know what the hell they're doing.
I'm not hitting the patent button just yet because the goal was division, but now the goal is wild card. I don't know how long Lamar is out, but this team is like, again, with the Bills, the defense is an issue. It was an issue last year. They try to patch it up with some names, but it's just not working. I think it's the defensive scheme. I think they need to fire the defense coordinator. I know they're not gonna fire him this year, but he needs to step down. They have too much talent. We saw them trade their best pass rusher. Okay, he has 0 sacks. How your best pass rusher has 0 sacks? They sent him to I want to say the Chargers.
Yep.
Like you have the talent.
Yep.
I think it's the scheme.
Yep.
I think it's the scheme.
No leadership.
They like no leadership.
They're bringing in Gardner Johnson for that. He gonna talk.
Yeah, he gonna tell them boys something. He might even start fighting locker rooms, but that's what you want. You want somebody to tell you like it is and say it to your face. So hopefully that lights a fire under Nate Wiggins and Marlon Humphreys. Humphreys, I don't know what's going on. He's playing out of position. I forgot the other corner on the opposite side of him, but they got to get together. If this is supposed to be the Ravens' year, then they got to do something.
It's tough, and that hamstring don't go away. It hangs out.
You ever had a hamstring injury before?
No, but I know soft tissue issues. I mean, it's not gonna
sucks.
go away. Yeah,
it sucks. I couldn't every time I start running, I start sprinting, that mug pull up on me. I actually got on video me limping off the field. I couldn't get off the field, it was so bad. I had to sit down, man. I couldn't even walk.
Yep, it's bad.
It's bad. It lasted about 8 weeks. I even bought a wrap to go on my side. It didn't work. That wrap didn't do nothing. So yeah, especially for Lamar, who's like to run. We'll see. I remember that time, was it Michael Vick that had a hamstring injury, and when he was with the Eagles, it was lingering him. It was with him all season.
Yep, it will be. It's gonna be with him all season.
Yep. All right, we're gonna take a little commercial break. We are brought to you by Swift Energy. You need a little pick me up, like to get a little pump at the gym, like to do a podcast. Well, this is what you need, Swift Energy, to give you a little boost. Get 25% off using code VOF13. All right, we're gonna move on. We got some more NFL, and I got a special topic to talk about later on the show. It came up before we went live, so I really don't have a card for it. But we'll dive into that later on. Do you have RC MVP in mind? Who's your MVP through week 6 right now?
In the National Football League right now?
Yes.
MVP. It's either gonna be Daniel Jones or Baker Mayfield. Daniel Jones to me could be the comeback player of the year and the MVP. He's putting up some really good numbers and playing really well. I mean, that Baker Mayfield is dragging that team along. So I really enjoyed their play. Now, Josh Allen's been Josh Allen, but I'm just saying, I'm just wanting somebody that's a new blood. And new blood would be Daniel Jones, Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen. Those 3 right now.
How you feel about Dak?
Yeah, Dak Prescott too. I mean, they got a losing record, right? I think they're 2-2 at 500.
No, they 2-2. They beat the Jets.
Okay, so
they might be 3-2.
Dak is playing really, really good. He could be in that conversation as well. But I'm trying to give it to the guys who have a winning record right now. But Dak definitely could be in there. Give it. He's doing his thing. He don't have a defense either.
Yeah, I know Drew Brees, I think he gave it to Baker. I would think of Baker too. He also thought of Jared Goff, whatever. That's who he want to think of as an MVP.
Yeah, I mean Drew Brees
I would say he ain't seeing what I'm seeing. And Drew, that's my boy. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. Great minds think alike, Drew.
I would probably lean Baker. I mean, he's the one who put up the stats and lead the team every Sunday, putting points on the board. He was without Bucky Irvin, but Rashad White got loose.
Yeah,
he got jiggy. So I like Baker in this. I know a lot of people were hanging on Jordan Love in the first beginning of the season.
That's why they play the game.
That's why you play the game. Exactly. So I think, man, it's a lot of football going left. I think the Cowboys, like I said, they surprised me a lot. And I do like Dak. I mean, he deserves his flowers because we thought that team was dead in water, but Jerry Jones, I guess he got a master plan after all, huh?
Right. He does have a master plan. Is to score points, but he better get after the master plan, he need to get a plan that's predicated around winning football games when it matters. So, yeah.
I totally agree. All right. So I seen some breaking news, and I don't know if you heard this or not. So let me pull it up. Give me 1 second. Say to my notes. Bill, it's about Bill Belichick.
Yeah. Come on, man.
All right. Here we go. A potential exit strategy discussed has begun at North Carolina regarding Bill Belichick. With reports of rule violations kickstarting talks. Belichick had discussed a buyout option with North Carolina hierarchy, has shown a willingness to trigger his own $1 million buyout if he can find a soft landing with another team or in media. Members of Belichick coaching staff have already spoken to other schools. From one coach, the rats are leaving the ship. It's messed up what we done to these kids. Some staffers believe a change will come within the coming weeks. Conley asked, the communication with Belichick and his staff in the past 2 weeks have been described as weird and distant. Oh, Bill.
What a fall from grace, right? I mean, it's like father time in coaching. It's father time. It's just like in sports for the athletes. I believe it shows up in coaching as well. I think he probably was hurt that his time ended in New England, and I go to college and I can duplicate what I did, and I can live off my name and I can live off my past. But college is a different monster. They're kids. You can go out and get a kid, pay a kid an 18-year-old, $3 million, but guess what? He's not developed. When you get a free agent in the NFL, you're paying for a player that earned the right to get paid that amount of money. And that's what they're not, that's the difference between the NFL free agency and the college football free agency. The years, the maturity, you're paying them for potential. You're not paying, in the NFL, you're paying for what they've already done. And Bill turned that roster, he flipped that roster. He's 70 new players. That's a lot of players. So, and he's I'm going to say this in a respectful way, but he's been a hypocrite because when he was in New England, he had this Patriot way where no distractions. And he's been a distraction himself, off the field and on the field. So, there's a lot of issues going over in North Carolina.
Yeah, when your girlfriend's on sideline talking to you,
yeah,
you're a distraction. You're a distraction for the whole team because how can I respect somebody that tell me not to do this and this and this to be focused on game, but your girlfriend got your attention at practice and in the game?
For sure.
Come on, man. Like, you got to do better than that, especially at his age. You think you know better. Yeah. But that shows you that, like you said, causes a different monster. You think you're going to do what you did in NFL? No, it don't always happen like that. We saw that with college coaching going to NFL, and we saw that with NFL coaching going to college. It just don't work out sometimes. And Bill Belichick, he should have approached this in a different way. Like 70 players, that's a lot, man. He should have gradually built. Still trying to turn the whole thing around. You gradually bring in guys and gradually move on with other guys. It's just it don't sit well. I think that it hurts Bill Belichick's legacy to a certain extent because of how he leaving this program, how he doing these kids. But it just shows you that when you think you're smarter than everybody in the room, they usually fall on your face.
Right, for sure. Father time too. I don't know if he's passionate and is motivated as he was in New England. He started to slip right after Brady left, and it's been a downward spiral. And I hate to see our GOATs, our legends, our great coaches, great players in the league go out this way. It's a lot of people that need to go home. I kind of got a mailbag or a segment where it's time to pack them up. It's a long list of them. Flacco, Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, Bill Belichick, LeBron James, Aaron Rodgers. It's time to pack them up, man. It's time. It's a young man's game.
Yeah, I totally agree. It seemed like this is kind of funny because it's kind of mirror imaging what happened to Urban Meyer when he went to the club he had with them young girls. Like he was fucking on her. I don't think did he get on the plane? I can't remember. Did he stay behind or something like that?
Yeah, I think he did.
But he stayed behind. Yeah, he stayed behind. Went to the club with them young girls. You know, partying up in his wheelchair with the young girl.
Yeah.
Like
So
leave them young things alone, man.
So this is the issue I have with because when you start to get older, men, it's this weird thing. You know, you're experiencing it. We're all aging. So here's the crazy part, though. Watching another man age, what is the deal with like as they get older, they want to grow their hair out. They want to date the younger women. They want to do the crazy stuff like Michael Irvin won't get a haircut. You know, the whole time he was young and playing in the league, kept his haircut. Now he got dreads. Scottie Pippen, the whole time he was in the league and he was young, he kept his haircut. Now he got dreads or got cornrows. Or, you know, Bill Belichick, the whole time he was in the league, was very close to the vest, very private. Now he's open, living like Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. I don't know. It's not a midlife crisis. It's the backside of, you know, the back nine. It's just really weird, man. Like, I hate to see it.
Yeah, they want to be forever young.
Can't leave you out. You said out your mouth, these was his words. I don't date my age, I date my wage. That's crazy.
Yep, he did. That was a t-shirt right there.
Mm-hmm.
And look at him now.
Right.
I'm glad you brought LeBron. I do want to talk about that a little bit. Here's the second decision. It was more of a promo of his new drink, Hennessy. Did you see what Draymond said? He said he's so happy. He's so happy LeBron retiring, but now he can have LeBron in him. He talking about the Hennessy drink.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
So what do you think about LeBron putting on this commercial-ish act for his whatever you're gonna call it?
So I know I gotta say this in a way because of his fan base. You disrespected a moment that changed basketball forever. Whenever you decide to sit down the first time and to make that decision to go to Miami, you change basketball forever. And it's almost like you made a mockery of it to unveil what, you know, we black people don't, I mean, most black men drink Hennessy. We don't need no more Hennessy, you know? You didn't, I mean, it was just, I mean, you had on the same shirt, you had on, it would have been perfect to say, this is it, you know? I've accomplished everything I wanted to accomplish in basketball, blah, blah, blah. But no, you made it about you once again. You know, preseason for the Lakers, NBA season about to get ready to start, and you made everybody wait a day so you can tell us about Hennessy. But that's just LeBron James in a nutshell. I like the man. I like what he's represented as a player. He's not my favorite player, but he's an attention seeker. Like, you want to just stay in the media, stay in the limelight, but we don't need no more Hennessy, man. And you didn't have to shit on your actual legacy. I mean, whoever your PR people didn't think that through. That moment changed basketball. You put power in the players' hands, and then you turn around and reenact that, you know, behind Hennessy.
Yeah. He gave Dylan, what's his name? Dylan,
Gabriel?
No, not the Houston Rockets. I think he left the Rockets. It was
Dylan. I know you're talking about. They played.
I can't think of his last name right now.
He's such a butthole, but you know, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, he even gave him. He even came out and made a statement about it, talking about, man, nobody don't respect him anymore. Nobody don't care about LeBron. That's basically what he said.
Yeah.
And for him to do that, like why do he kind of keep reminding us that he's a great player, that he's the guy, that he should be the one on a pedestal, not Jordan? Why do he gotta keep reminding us this? Great players don't speak on their legacy like that. They don't gotta mention
a great anything.
Yeah, a great anything don't gotta keep reminding me of who you are.
Nope. What's understood don't have to be explained. And if I got to keep telling you that I'm great and I'm the best, then I'm trying to validate something in myself. And I think that's what it is. It's like he's at that end. And man, dog, I'm at the end of my career, and they still talking about this guy who ain't played in years. And so, yeah, man, it's like good music. It's music that you listening. That's even the artists are dead and gone, and people still playing that music. I mean, you don't tell nobody it's a good song; they just know. And I don't know.
Right.
I don't understand these PR people, the people that suggested that they didn't think that through. Man, that was kind of whack.
It was indeed, because I was like, what is this, man? What is this? So LeBron, we did see the Lakers say they're not going to extend them, right?
Right.
So I guess we'll find out after this year.
So
I want to say
LeBron, this, before we move
go
on.
ahead.
I'm going to miss LeBron James, good, bad, or indifferent. 2003, 2004, what he's given basketball, whether he was a villain to you or whether he was someone you like to watch. When basketball players lead the game, it's like a funeral. It's like something they're going to miss LeBron James. So right. I just wish he just would pipe it down, man. Like
go be with your kids, man. Go be with your family. All right, man. We're going to move on into our stud and dud. All right, I'm going to do Flowers first. His stud. Oh, I can't remember his stud. His stud was I can't remember who his stud was. Rico Dow, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, thank you. Thank you, Jen. Pitch out to Dowdell. And Dowdell, look at him! What kind of speed do you get, young man? Caught at the 18 from behind. Minka Fitzpatrick.
He helped up my fantasy team big time in another league. Did your eyes get big when you picked up Brian Robinson Jr. Today?
I'm just prepping.
I couldn't hold no longer. I can't wait. I had other needs. I had other pressing needs.
Yeah,
I had to let them go.
I'm prepping. I know that they're gonna need them eventually, and I need another run back.
Who's your stud?
My stud was Stephon Diggs. I actually saw Stephon Diggs before the game against Buffalo on his knee, praying and getting his mind right. Then he walked to the sideline. He put on, armor, and he went to work.
Yeah, he did a lot of praying. That's for sure.
It's the game. You want to advance your quarterback.
Diggs the motion man, bottom of the screen. May rolling that way, pointing, throwing towards Diggs, who broke free, and he's got it at the 5. Stephon Diggs kept working.
Man, give it up for Drake May too. He finally he is coming back together for him.
Yeah,
he started off slow and seemed like he finds his way now.
Looks good.
Gatwood stud was CJ Stroud.
Marks in the backfield, shotgun, fake the pitch, soft toss, it's handled. Knoll is in for the touchdown. The Texans have got their
team undisciplined. Everybody just went the other way on that one. Nobody stayed like, all right, look, you remember you got the outlet guy. Everybody just went to the right.
Yeah, when it rains, it pours.
Jeez. All right, my stud was Saints defense. 5 turnovers.
Dart in the shotgun. Scattaboo. And the ball came out. No whistle. Howden going the other way. Howden's going to go the distance, and we'll have to see if this one stands.
I picked the Saints. I knew it was going to be.
What's so funny is the Saints one who ruined my parlay.
I picked them. I knew they were going to win.
Like, but I didn't pick the Giants to win. I picked the Giants +6. I knew it was going to be a close game, but I didn't count the 5 turnovers the Giants were going to have. And now
Jackson Dart going to struggle against a team without. He didn't have Malik Neighbors, and then the Saints got a good team. They just young. They gotta figure it out. I watched them. You know, they fought with the Bills. They didn't just go down there and just die. They fought. So, hey man, you're gonna take advantage of a young rookie quarterback.
Them Darian Slayton, he didn't help out none. Them 2 fumbles and that fumble by Scalaboo. I knew it was gonna be a close game. Without them fumbles, I think the Saints would probably won by 3.
Yeah.
But hats off to them for making big plays. Who's your dud?
My dud is Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray. Ball hit you dead in the face mask, and all you can talk about is what the other guy did. But I think Kyler Murray time in Arizona is coming to an end. I think they need to move on and get a different quarterback in there. And he need to go somewhere else.
Yep.
The chew of a lot of clock. 7th play. The drive football is loose. Live ball, and Tennessee has it.
That's
I'm gonna replay that for y'all. They haven't kind of
I've been able to chew up a lot of clock. 7th play. The drive football is loose. Live ball, and Tennessee has it.
That's crazy.
Somebody said in the comments that he had a concussion.
And see, the thing about Kyler Murray, he actually got up and spoke about the kid that fumbled, that let the football go early. He knows better than that, blah, blah. Brother, you had some bad plays too. You had some lapses. It happens in sports, man.
It happens. Flower stud was what's his name? DeMarco Carey? I don't know, DeMarco or something. D McCarty or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy.
On 3rd and short. First down, DeMarcado off to the races. 20-10 touchdown.
Did he drop it early?
Dang,
Boy, that's going to be close.
Oh my goodness, boy.
That happened too many times, man. Just hold the ball through the end zone. Like, you got
why run to the middle end zone, then let it go.
That didn't happen. I never saw that when I was growing up. I don't know what these guys are on. Like, that's happening too much, man. Like, just run through the end zone, man. Get a ball to
Do you think Gadden punch? Did they blow that out of proportion?
I don't think coaches should put their hands on players. Me, I don't believe in doing that. But I didn't look at it, but like the kid didn't have a problem with it. So, hey, but I wouldn't do it because you never know what you'll get back. What if that was James Harrison? Good luck.
AB or somebody, you know. Oh, I don't. To me, I kind of like in the middle. He punches his chest plate. You know, it's football. They always hitting each other on the helmets or the shoulder pads. So that's why I took it as. And basketball, when I played, my coach used to grab your jersey, grab a million jersey and pull you closer to him. So I was like, it is what it is. It's grown men out there. So me particular, I don't do that type of stuff. You know, I don't touch people.
Right.
But you know, I get it. My dud, no, we'll go with Gatwood dud is Jake Browning. What he tell the Vikings? He said he shouldn't effing trade me, right?
Right.
Oh man.
15. Browning going deep for Chase. Jump ball and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. His 3rd interception of the year.
He's forcing
it. Throw.
He's forcing it. Because he's being told to do that. You know, Chase come back to that. Hold on. Open, man. Throw me the ball. You know, he's very proper. I'm open. Throw me the ball. I mean,
you ain't let you know. Justin Jefferson more the quiet one. Jamar Chase is outspoken about his catches. All right. My dud is Gino. Gino might have set a record on the show for being a dud 3 weeks in a row. Yeah. I don't think nobody ever had been a dud 3 weeks in a row on this show. So congratulations, Gino. You made history.
Trey Tucker, someone's going to find a spark.
Pass too close and it's intercepted. A takeaway for Indianapolis. Mekhi Blackman, and
it's Gene No, Gino.
No, Gino. No, Gino.
No.
Hey, for Flowers, I got the Colts fight song. Let's hear it.
This is our Colts. This is our team. We bleed blue. This is our Colts. Whether win or lose, we love them. For the shoe, beat the Titans. Hey, Cam Ward. Woo! This is our team. Go Colts.
I'm gonna play this every time the Colts win.
That's crazy.
Oh,
you don't
man.
sound that bad. It was the woo part for me.
Flowers probably say he can do without. He can do without. All right, man. We brought to you by Bet Us. We got your game. Man, we got hockey started yesterday.
Yep.
MLB playoffs, WNBA finals, NFL cards. So place your bets with Bet Us and win you some money. I know Vegas had to get their lick back this past week, and they definitely did.
Yep, they for sure did.
Yeah, your boy JP put 500. You seen that?
Yeah. Yep.
That's tough.
Yep.
Hey, he could have sent that. Hey, look, he could have gave me 250. He could have gave you 250, huh?
Hey, you bet. Hey, you got it though. You bet big, you win big. So
you got it.
Maybe one day I can get to that point.
Man, tell me about it. Man. Like I said, it's just a whole bunch of NFL teams screwed me over, so I ain't gonna fret this week. I ain't gonna complain. Right. It is what it is. All right, guys. Like I said, like the show, share it with family and friends. We appreciate the support over on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. Man, it's been a great show. We had a good time. And we've seen the 49ers win this week. We've seen the Saints win this week. We've seen the Colts win this week. Texans, like all our teams won.
Yeah.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. We're in a circle here. So until next time, guys, we'll be back next week. We out of here.
Peace.